Welcome to your On TV News Desk. Here with me this afternoon are special guests Katrina Francella and Cara Russon. How are you ladies doing today?
Good.
Good.
Great. Yeah.
So you guys have some exciting news to share. So I've kind of watched, on a personal level, Katrina, I've watched your business flourish into what it is today, from classes, outside in the park, which were amazing. I went to them, to having a fully functioning studio and a unique studio at that. That's kind of offering something a little different than what other studios offer. Okay, so tell me a little bit about what you do for viewers that don't know, and then I'll ask Cara as well, and we can talk a bit about how you guys have come together.
Yeah, so it's been just over a year now that I have had my fitness studio, and you'll kind of see, maybe it says fitness facility, but over the year things have grown, and it's so much more than just working out, which is what my hope was. So essentially I offer personalized group training for women as well as the LGBTQ2S+ community. So essentially I put out a schedule, people come by membership or they drop in, we work out, but it's so much more than just that 45 minutes where we're working out. That time when we're talking to each other before and after class, when people are making connections with each other, and then when I'm inviting them to my other events such as Queer Club and different sort of things that I host.
Right.
We're coming together, we're learning about each other, and I often find that when we are sharing our stories, a lot of it are our struggles and our barriers. And so when we talk about them together, I find that we're healing together, and so to see people come in sort of really heavy and then to see them leave, of course after you work out, you always feel great.
Absolutely.
So to leave with that smile and to know that I'm helping to positively affect their mental health, it's helping my mental health, and it's just
positive circle.
Yeah, it's been a positive circle. And Cara has taught yoga at my studio because she's amazing at that, and now she is opening her own. So we kind of wanted to talk about how we're going to kind of combine forces and still be our own separate facilities, but hoping that we can encourage people to do strength training with me, because that is important for everybody, but to also do their stretch with Cara.
So Cara, can you speak a little bit to the yoga aspect of it, and what's it meant for you to work with Katrina and then now opening your own studio?
Well, it's been great. I've been really fortunate. The past year I decided to focus more on teaching yoga, and I worked at a number of studios, all of which were phenomenal supports, including Fit Bodies, Fit Minds, and Steel City MMA.
Cool.
Have been phenomenal. And then I also began offering, I saw a need for one-on-one yoga.
I feel like a lot of places don't have that.
Yeah, and actually it's interesting that you should say that, because I'd often find, I was practicing in Toronto for about a decade, and I'd practiced prior while I was living in Sault Ste. Marie for my undergrad. And I'd often thought, oh geez, I'd really like to pick that teacher's brain more than 5 minutes later. And it was probably like even a decade ago, I asked, actually her name's Audrey, Gentile now, asked Audrey, if she would do a one-on-one, and she kind of laughed. She goes, yeah, I've been asked that before, and yada yada. I didn't see it. So they always say if you see a need and it's not being fulfilled. Anyways, and so I saw that opportunity, and
to fill that gap.
Yeah, and I just sort of put it out there. And I was also at a point in my life where that just fit well with what was going on. And I began to work with people one-on-one, use yoga, and really break down the practice, break down the breath, and break down that barrier where a lot of people find they're so overwhelmed in a yoga class. There's so much
can't keep up.
That's different, right? And so I have people, some people will want to do a few one-on-ones, 4 or 5, so that they're comfortable to go to a community class. Other people, they have a chronic health condition. I also worked as a registered nurse for 10 years. And always primarily in acute care. So it's been really nice to be able to utilize my nursing skills,
combine that all
and combine it with what I've learned with yoga, and then my experience as well practicing yoga for myself. I have I've had a couple of health issues that it's really helped with, and I've incorporated yoga with my knowledge of the body in terms of common physiology, common health concerns of people,
Right.
and how can yoga be utilized to address them, and is there anything within a yoga practice that may not be ideal for common health concerns or our common physiology.
Right. Now, where you're opening a studio, can you tell me a bit about when and where we can
Yeah,
expect to see
so
that?
I'm really looking forward to opening a studio at the Healing Arts Center.
Okay.
The Healing Arts Center is at 426 Bruce Street. It's a wonderful environment. It's owned by Bob Campana.
Right.
He's a phenomenal chiropractor. I also have the opportunity to work with two amazing registered massage therapists. There's additionally two nurses there that do foot care and reflexology, and a psychologist works out of there as well. It's a phenomenal synergistic environment. And the environment often creates the culture, so I'm very happy there. I've taken this month and a lifelong obsession with the HGTV network to unleash that on my new space.
That's exciting.
It's been really, really fun.
Yeah.
So I'm going to open November 1st. I'd like everyone to come by that evening, see the space, and we'll start classes on the following Monday.
So you're having a grand opening. Now, this kind of correlates, we were talking before, with when your 1 year was.
Yeah,
with your
so
business.
my 1 year, it would have been October 1st.
Right, so a month later.
So a month later, and essentially the reason I didn't have my opening was I was just in a really bad mental space and having struggled with mental health and addiction. Having Cara around has kept me sane and has helped my business to stay open, because I really don't know if it would have. Without
So this
her.
partnership, now we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to talk a little bit more about your partnership and what's kind of brought you two together and where you see it moving forward with the different events that you've talked about with me, Katrina. So we'll be right back with Cara and Katrina after this break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to your On TV News Desk. Here in the studio still with Katrina and Cara. We're talking about fitness, health, strength training, yoga. So where we left off, we were talking a little bit about how between the two of you, you've kind of created this space where people can come in. It goes beyond just the training. It goes into actually assisting not just with physical health, but with mental health as well. Can you speak a little bit to how this raising awareness around mental health and mental health issues in general has brought you two together in this kind of endeavor? Separate but together.
Yeah, well, I think honestly, like everybody like needs somebody to talk to. So anytime I needed to sort of, get what I was dealing with, like off my chest, like Cara was there for me, and vice versa. And I really think that because we've had each other, that's why we have, been successful in sort of what we're doing. And I think because we are very open with our struggles, that has helped many other people come forward, and that sort of like Me Too topic has been like a common theme within our practice.
Yeah.
People feel like they can open up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, I've always liked that term Me Too before it became this movement. And I love the work of Brene Brown, and she says that the antidote for shame is Me Too, or having someone else say, I've been through that too,
Right.
or I felt that too. A lot of people can be there for you, but not everyone can empathize with you. Two single women opening gyms and managing their own struggles as they do it. I didn't have someone to talk to about that unique issue, and I live a life of recovery, and I found that support in different rooms around the city and amongst different friends, and there's just something really special when someone can do that. And then I've also always believed that that the antidote, sort of that the opposite of addiction isn't merely sobriety, but that it's community.
Right.
And so in addition to offering classes, yoga classes, movement classes, functional fitness classes, I offer other things as well. So we have a walking group, and Great, that's great. There's a ton of running groups. That's awesome. A lot of people can't run, and a lot of people sometimes can't get out of the house to go for a walk. And sometimes just having someone there to pick you up, or that they're there for you, and
Makes a world of a
counting on
difference.
That
you.
extra accountability.
Yeah, it makes it better. And then we're in a group and we're talking. We have a board game night. I think that's going to be a dodgeball night. It's also going to be a knitting night.
Yes.
So we have sort of a
Third space.
Thursday social evening. And yeah, there's this concept that I came across called third space.
Right, you were mentioning that.
And it's just this concept that amongst our generation, whether it's Gen X or millennials, there's this missing piece, and we have work and we have home, but traditionally people always had another outlet,
Right.
and they had
It seems that now the
a
other
community
outlet, yes.
group, or the other outlet
Yeah.
is
Social media right
is
now.
social media,
Yeah.
substance
Right.
addiction. So you're addicted to social media, to shopping, to spending,
Yeah.
to even to fitness, to whatever it is. And there were places before, like a barbershop, like a CWL, like even a parent-teacher group, like the Marconi Club. And we don't have that in our generation.
So you guys
We're
are trying
not
to fill that gap.
identifying with it, right? But we still need that connection, and we may find amongst those people someone who might say, hey, me too.
I love that concept. Now, you have an event coming up. We're almost out of time, but I do want to mention you have an event coming up on the 26th
Yes.
at the club, and there's that partnership between the two of you.
Well, Cara has come by for, so Queer Club, I started after I went to Rainbow Camp this summer and had a really great experience.
Right.
So Queer Club is every Friday, and this Friday is just going to be a little special because we're going to have a zombie walk.
Fun.
Cara has come before, and she's done like free yoga for the
Right.
kids as well, so that was really cool. But yeah, basically Fridays we hang out, like she said, like board games or like reading. Yes, we do fitness, but we want to just, carve pumpkins together
Yeah.
or do whatever. So essentially,
Paint our nails.
paint our nails, do face
Whatever.
masks, like silly things, just to have like a new friend, because some people
Absolutely.
don't. So this Friday, 6 to 9, Queer Club / Halloween party. Everybody is welcome. Jay Carolines is going to provide some treats
Awesome.
for us, and Cara donates babies, so that which is her dog. So we get dog therapy,
Okay.
like dog therapy. It's like it sounds like we're kind of all over the place, but we really are. But it's always just like
together.
Well, it's just
Sounds
like
pretty
it's
holistic.
fun and
Yeah.
it's light and it's just it's about just being together.
So,
Yeah.
if you want to check out what Katrina and Cara have to offer this Friday, sounds like the perfect opportunity
Yes,
to
for
come
sure.
to the club, which is on Queen Street.
Queen Street, the Pall Mall.
At the Pall Mall, and also look out in the coming
So that'll be
weeks.
a week of this Thursday. So that'll be Thursday, November 1st from 4 to 8 at the Healing Arts Center. I'm very excited
For
to,
her opening.
For her opening.
Yeah,
So we have an
bring
event
that
this week
experience.
and an
Yes.
event next week, and you know what? I'm really looking forward to seeing where the partnership between you guys goes. Thank you, ladies, so
are
much
we.
Yeah.
for coming in and chatting with us.
Thanks, Rye.
For more information, you can find these lovely ladies on Facebook and find a little more information about the services they provide. We'll be back with more news coming up on TV after this. Stay tuned.